Well, hello there. Wait till a few people come in. I'm just going to be moving some stuff in my arena, and then I'm going to water my arena because we're going to ride this afternoon. So I'll set you guys down while I move my trot poles. Oops. Let's see. Make sure we get this angled so it doesn't fall over. Okay. Alrighty. So there's my trot poles. I'm going to be picking these up, and then I'm going to be watering my arena. So give people a few minutes to come in, and then we'll chit chat about the farm. My trainer is off in Chicago for the Lamplight. It's an invitational event in Chicago that he's qualified for. So that's pretty exciting. He's got 4 horses up there. So let's just get this stuff out of the way. So these are just PVC poles, pretty lightweight, that I use for trot poles. Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm just moving some poles, getting my arena ready to be watered. I'll put you here for a second. Hi. Let's get my stuff out of the way. Anyway, so I'm just moving my trot poles, get the arena clear, and then I can turn the water on and get it watered for riding. So the arena is pretty dry and crunchy. You may or may not be able to hear how crunchy it is, but it's too dry this time of year because we don't get any rain until fall. So have to irrigate the arena, otherwise it's too hard. And I don't like to train on hard ground for the horses. It's not very nice for them. And it's not very nice for their joints and their feet. And we got to take care of the joints and the feet. Hi, thanks for coming. All right, well, I'm going to move the rest of these trot poles, and then we're going to turn the water on. You guys can join me on some of my afternoon. Let's see if we can get this camera to sit still without falling over. There we go. So I'm going to pick these up now. These are my other raised poles. So I use these to get Oreo to pick up his feet. It helps him with the concept of a trot lengthening and eventually a medium trot, where he needs to pick up his feet, and extend his extremities. All right, so that's picked up. Well, let's go. Well, hello, some people have joined us. Hi. Let's see. Is that PRE, Evelina, Nancy? Well, thanks, guys. Hey, I appreciate the thumbs up. If you can subscribe too, that'd be awesome. Doesn't cost you anything. Just helps the channel with the algorithm. And you want to see the peanut gallery over here? You're going to crack up. So this is what I have to deal with in the afternoon when I come ride. There's the peanut gallery. Those are my rams. See them? There's Dre, Tupac. It's one of the young ones. And I think Twin is in there somewhere. Yeah, they're just straight up gangsters. Huh. But these are my rams. They're mostly, let's see if you guys can see them. They're mostly friendly. Dre is the oldest. He's like 7. He's got the most battle damage. And then, of course, the young one is over here. And they're all under there, and then they like moving around and getting noisy when I'm riding. It's really exciting. Oh, Texas, cool. I'm in Northern California, and you can see it's a beautiful California day, like every day for the most part. It is warm, but not ridiculous. I think we're at 95, which is tolerable. But I'm going to go ahead and get the arena watered, and then I'll get my steed out. Let's see. It's, what time is it? Like 3 o'clock, I think. 3:30, 3:25. So we're on Pacific time. And Texas, depending on where you're at, you could be in either Mountain or Central time. Been through Texas a few times. It's kind of big. 12 hours, I think, from the east to the west, driving straight across. India, awesome. A friend of mine breeds PRE horses. He's from India, and he has Marwari horses in India. He bought 5 of them this year on one of his trips to India. But he also owns Andalusians here in California. So yeah, let me just get this on. So I'm just turning my valve on. Everything has to be on irrigation here. There we go. Alrighty. The magic is happening. So here comes the irrigation on. Well, what is that? Pirani? I am older than 21, let's put it that way. You know, when you get past 21, it doesn't much matter anymore. And as long as you have a good hairdresser, you're all right, as they say. I'm going to go over here and turn this sprinkler on. I turned it off the other day. Yes, there goes all my criminals. They just ran out of here. Oh, no, some of them are still here. There they go. Yeah, they break stuff. So, not ideal for them to be under my deck. They break crap all the time. And they broke that sprinkler the other day. I had it turned off so I could fix it. But anyway, we had 2 sprinklers in here that had to be fixed. Okay, so now the arena's watering. The gangsters are moseying off. There they go. So that is, I think that's twin. I think that's might be baby. He's a bottle ram, and then Tupac. So anyway, so that's them doing their thing. And then so the way I have this set up is it's a large space, so it's 80 feet across by 200 long is the size of my arena. So we have irrigation on this side first. This is the north side. So this side will be watering for 40 minutes, and then I'll turn this south side on for 40 minutes. And by then it'll have enough moisture in the ground that I can, somebody's behind me. Then it'll have enough moisture in the ground that I'll be able to ride. So for now, we just water. It takes about an hour, hour and a half, get all the watering done. And then it's middle of the afternoon, so it'll probably be after 4 or so before I ride. And we'll just get the horses ready and see. There's Oreo. There's Oreo looking less than amused. We had a lesson yesterday, went really well. Yes, I see you messaged me. I don't do a lot with private messaging, but we'll see. So that's Oreo. He's 5 years old. He's my primary dressage horse right now. Yes, he's saying hi. He knows all about the camera. Yes. And there's Dre, 7-year-old Dre. Do-do-do-do-do. Going about his business. And then there's the other rams. Even the baby rams are starting to hang around the barn and be lazy little turds all together. It's kind of funny. I have 3 young ones, 3 ram lambs. What? And there's Duende. There's some babies over here. There's some more babies up here. So we've got 3 that are supposed to be leaving pretty soon. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for checking in, Nancy. If you guys can do the thumbs up thing and subscribe. That'd be awesome. We're trying to get to 3,000 and get the channel going. Let me turn you around. Here are some of my babies. There's some of the lambs with their mums. So we had 11 lambs this year, 8 of which were girls, which we've never ever had more than 1 or 2. So it was quite exciting to have 8 females. So we've got another small farmer that is investing in 2 of our girls for his flock, and then 1 of our boys. Oh, that's Baby. So the other ram over there was Baby's brother. This is Baby, the bottle-fed one. He has a little bit more wool left on him. That's the only, well, that, and he's quite a suck up. I don't know if you can see him. He's right there next to the shed. Oh, there goes the girls and the babies. So, yeah, he's, you know, he's a pet ram. And, I mean, he's friendly. He puts up with us because he was a bottle baby, but he's about as friendly as every other sheep on the property. So I usually have to chase him away because he's in the way most of the time, trying to get in the barn and trying to eat Oreo's food. So here's my donkeys. There they are. So that is Jenny, and that's Amy. Jenny's the older of the 2. They were wild at one point. Now they're just wild about leftovers. Huh? They say, hi, you don't have any food. I don't like you as much. Yes, I know. It's all about food. So that's Jenny. Jenny, you want my mommy? No, you don't want anything to do with mommy. If I had a cookie, she'd be like all over it. Right now, she's like, meh. Can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. Can you come here, honey? I can halter her. I can pet her. She's actually pretty tame. Amy, on the other hand, is not. She's never been that keen on people. And she had more training before I got her than this one did, which is kind of funny. But she's not that keen on people. Oh, looks like we have a down branch. So the babies are taking advantage of the branch. Here comes Jenny, gonna chase them off and eat it. Yeah, they start to mosey over here into the front pasture in the afternoon. And then they eat the grass, and the horses go out here in the morning into the front pasture. And so there goes the babies. They're pretty much weaned. They're ready to, oops, Amy's eating the branch now. They're weaned, they're ready to go to their new homes at some point. It's just pretty hot right now, so they'll probably be sticking around for another month or so. And we have an airport in town, a small airport. So there they go. Going out in the front pasture. She's calling her mom, but her mom's ignoring her. Yeah. Mom's over here on the side. Is she ignoring you? Is she ignoring you? Yeah, okay. Oh, she's looking. She'll probably go over there or respond. Anyway, we'll go here in the barn. We'll go say hello to Mr. Duende. There's Duende. Duende is my baby. Yes, I know he's enormous, but he is a baby. He is a yearling. He'll be 2 in October. But he's a big baby. And there's the rams. They're never too far off. They like hanging around in the barn because we've got a cooler in the barn. The problem is they make a mess. So I don't like them in the barn because they make a mess. So let's go in the barn. The mom is calling back to the baby. All right, let's go inside so you can hear the coolers running. There we go. The cooler is running, and it's nice. And we got these open front stall doors recently, so that way they get more airflow into the stall, and it's cooler for the horses because it can get quite warm in here. We do have insulation in the ceiling, but it gets quite hot outside, and it stays pretty cool in here. It's quite comfortable. It's usually about 10 to 15 degrees cooler in the barn, which is nice. And so anyway, we're just doing some watering and hanging out with the sheep. I thought I'd hang out with you guys for a little bit and say hi. There's Duende. There's Duende. Say hi. There's Duende. Yes. Yes. He's just a baby. You see his big baby teeth? Yeah, baby teeth. Drooling. He comes in here with a mouthful of water and then he drools. He's hilarious. Yes, you are funny. You are funny. There is Oreo. Oh, you got that one. Alright, he got this side piece out. He's ripping his mane out because he's itching. Stop ripping your mane out. I don't want you itching. No. Make sure you give a thumbs up for Duende. And Oreo wants a thumbs up too. Don't forget Oreo. He wants a thumbs up. Yes. Yeah. I know, it's my babies. But yeah, if you could subscribe to the channel. I've got a bunch of shorts. They do all kinds of silly stuff, so I put a bunch of short videos up. So you might like those. I got some longer content videos. Hey. See, he's rubbing. With training and shows and stuff. We're going to start back showing in September. We just had a schooling show recently. It was kind of a last minute add-on. Yes, I know, you're giving me the meanie horse look. But it was very good. It was the best show that Oreo has ever done. He got a 66 and a 68 in his 2 tests, which is phenomenal. Highest scores he's ever done. And he went really, really well. We were really excited about that. And Duende is going to start traveling with us next year to some probably day shows, maybe as some short overnights. But he'll start coming with us next year. He'll be over 2, and then we can do some work with him at the show and get him used to the show. Yes, you're rubbing. You're making a mess. Get them used to being at the shows. It's all about mileage when they're young. They're not expected to perform or anything. They're just learning about what the game's all about. Yes, got itchies. You got itchy. You see all the silly stuff they do. That's why I do so many short videos. I know, you got itchies. Very big. Oreo's done. He's back eating. Can't be bothered. He's gonna go back and eat. Yeah, so anyway, so that is kind of our afternoon. The next hour or so we'll be, doing the other side of the arena for watering. And then when that's done, we'll also water the round pen, and we'll do some work with Duende. So Duende is still doing groundwork in the round pen, so I've got some sprinklers set up over here on my round pen, which is right here, my round pen. You can see the water is getting into the arena now pretty good. But yeah, we'll do some work with Duende in the round pen, and that's basically all he's doing for at least another year and a half. Probably won't start him until well into his 3-year-old year, going into his 4-year-old year. We'll get him started under saddle. But yeah, it's just a beautiful afternoon. A little bit of haze over by the mountains. We've had some fires in the area, like north of us and down south. Well, thank you, Gary. Yeah, it's taken a lifetime really to kind of get to the point where I can have a farm, a barn, and have all my animals here at home. It's not something I was able to do when I was younger. I would have loved to have been able to do that. but I did not have horsey-friendly parents. They thought it would go away, so they ignored it. I used to babysit to earn money to pay for my riding lessons, because that was the only way that I could ride when I was younger. So it would have been nice if my parents were more interested in what my passion was and could have provided a little bit more of an avenue to make it more accessible when I was younger, but you know, it's fine. You know, I'm older now. I'm riding as an adult amateur. I'm riding dressage. I'm learning dressage. I learn something new. Just about every lesson I have, I learn something new. And I enjoy the learning, and that's why, you know, I enjoy the sport. I think I'm a little too old to be out there doing, you know, eventing, even though that's what I wanted to do when I was younger. But that's for the younger people. It's not for me. Yeah, I mean, I had a pony, and then I had a horse when I was like 16 to 18, and then I went in the military, so I couldn't have the horses anymore. And so I showed dogs for like 30 years, and I was competitive in showing in Europe and those sorts of things. Did that for about 30 years, and then we were able to buy our retirement home, and I was able to get back into the horses about 12 years ago, about 12 years ago now. I was able to get back into the horses, so it took a long time. I knew what I wanted, and we had this barn built when we bought this place, and then everything on the property we built ourselves. It had nothing. This was just a blank slate. So it's taken 7 years of projects to get the barn and the paddocks and the arena and the round pen and all the fencing where we wanted it. It's just taken a lot of time, but that's okay. We have time. It's our retirement home, so. And we've got 2 beautiful horses, and you know, I go to lessons, and like I was saying earlier, my trainer is actually in Chicago at the Lamplight. So Lamplight is a U.S. Equestrian, USEF, U.S. Equestrian Federation invitation event for young horses. It's in the young horse classes, and also like developing Grand Prix and under 25 riders and that sort of thing. So, okay, sorry, I don't know what I did. I hit a button and everything went crazy. What are you doing? He's still eating. There's Glende. So anyway, I was saying that my trainer is at this invitational show. It actually starts next week, but he left on Monday because it's a 3-day drive to get there from California. So he's in Chicago for the Lamplight national competition. I think it's a nationals. And he breeds and trains and shows warm bloods. And so he's got 4 horses there. He has 2 in the young horse classes, and then 1 in Grand Prix, under 25 class, I think. No, 3 are in the young classes. He's got a mare too with him. There's 2 stallions, a gelding, and a mare. And so that's what my trainer's doing right now. He's in Chicago, and his barn manager is still here. She's flying out on Sunday, so I had a lesson with her yesterday. We just had some fun doing some canter leg yields and some trot leg yields and some shoulder in and circles and that sort of thing. We're working on a new bridle that I just got, and the nose band was dysfunctional. They put the clip thing that you do like a belt clip. They put it on backwards, which I've never seen before. So I had to get with Schneider's. It's a tack place that I buy stuff from, and sent them pictures of the defective nose band. So they're giving me a credit, and then I ordered a different bridle. So mainly because everything I have is horse size, but Oreo has a small head, so I needed cob size, so I had to get him a smaller bridle. And it really, he went nice in it. It's just that the defective noseband, I couldn't get the dumb thing off. So it just didn't work. There was no way I could sort of force it to be functional. And I tried to find another noseband to replace it, and they're all out of stock. So anyway, so I bought a different bridle. And what are you doing? You gonna play with your toy? So I bought these toys from a tack store in Germany called Fundus. Stop inside there. And they're really nice little boredom toys. It gives the baby something to do. Yes. But anyway, so I just thought I'd have a chit chat with you while I'm, hey, stop. Getting ready for riding this afternoon. Hanging out with the horses. And we have a fly system in the barn too, and I just heard it run. I don't think you can see it on the camera, but it's nice having the cooler here because I can stand in the nice cool air, and then the air goes to the horses, which is nice for them. Hey, he thinks I'm going to let him out. So, stop him from doing that because that's rude. So he can stay in there and he can eat his hay. There you go. He's young. He likes hanging out with me. He likes doing stuff with me. But I don't like him banging at his door. So, anyway, but see where we're at with the watering. So it takes about 40 minutes on each side to get the water into the arena. And then we'll start doing the round pen. So yeah, we're starting to get some nice dark gray there in the arena from the watering. So, and it softens the ground, so it's much better for the horses when we're doing training. I don't like to train on hard ground. It's not good for their joints and it's not good for their feet. Both my horses are barefoot, so they don't have shoes on. So I like to make sure that the footing is good. And then we got about, let's see, 2 months. And then hopefully we'll start getting our winter rain again. That'll be nice. So our rainy season kind of sort of starts in October. Some years it's not started till December, January. Other years it's been drowning us in October and then stops in March. So it's been kind of up in the air when the raining season starts. But the good thing about my arena is that it drains really well, and even if we get 2 inches of rain, which is a lot, 2 inches of rain here in Northern California is a ton of rain. It usually involves flooding, lots of flooding. But if I get 2 inches of rain, I can still ride in my arena. So the arena's been holding up well, and we built it about 6 years ago. Took time. Took about 1.5 years to get the whole thing filled with sand to a decent level, but it's held up really well. So I'm really happy with it. So anyway, yeah, so if you haven't checked out the other videos on my channel, I've got a bunch of shorts that are kind of funny from the animals and just silly stuff that happens here on the farm every day. And then I've got some longer format videos of my regular training. And then a friend of mine, she noted that she didn't know what shoulder in or any of that stuff meant, and she said she just sees me riding the horse. So I did some videos to kind of explain what the movements are. So I hope you enjoy those. The first one went live on Monday, and that one was on the shoulder in. I've also got one on leg yield and trot lengthening that'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks. But oh yeah, super. I'm glad you joined subscribed to my channel, Gary. That's really nice of you. But yeah, I hope you enjoy some of the videos, all kinds of stuff, and then all the showing that we've done. Oreo and I have qualified for the regional adult amateur competition, which we got 5th. And we have also qualified for the national championships, which are next month. So our next competition is a 5-day show. at the National Championships, California Dressage Society, and the USDF. It's a joint competition. The USDF is a regional, and the California Dressage Society is a national. So we are in that in September, and then we're going to be back out showing October, November, and then back January, February, January, March, something like that. So we'll be back out showing in the winter. I can't handle the heat. I have an autoimmune disorder, so the heat is a really problem for me. You can see how flushed I am already. So I try to avoid the summer shows. We have quite a few shows here in June, July, August, but it's just too hot. I can't ride when it's 100 degrees. It's not safe for me to ride when it's 100 degrees. It's not very nice. But yeah, thanks, Gary. I appreciate it. And there'll be a lot more videos leading up to the championship. And then, of course, I'm going to try to vlog during the championship. We'll be there with my trainer. Both him and his barn manager will be there. She's like the joint trainer. 2 of his clients, 3 of his clients actually, and then myself, so there'll be 4 of us. And then, of course, our people that we rely on for expertise, and their grooms and stuff. So anyway, it should be fun, and then we'll be going with them to the other competitions. It's made a huge, my trainer, he's young, he's quite young. He's made a huge difference in my riding, and he helped me with Duende to get him much more polite on the ground, because he was very bargy. He thinks of himself as a big Labrador, and he wants to be in your lap, but he's like over 1,200 pounds, so I'd rather not have him sit on my lap. You know, anyway. But yeah, so they've been very helpful, very knowledgeable, and we've made tremendous progress. Oreo has been kind of tricky. He was a stallion until after I'd backed him, so he had a lot of stallion behavior that was difficult to get past, especially as an older adult amateur rider. It was very difficult for me to get him to the finish line. So they were able to help me get past that, and now he's sort of clicked now in his brain, and he gets it now, I think. He's starting to show like he understands the sport, or he understands what we're doing. So his work ethic is like totally turned around. Now he's much happier in his work. He's much happier to go forward. He's just completely changed the dynamic, which I've been waiting for all this time. So I'm really, really happy with how he's performing. And it should start reflecting in the scores now going forward. My ultimate goal, or my short-term goal, let's put it that way, is to get 70% on one of my tests. That's kind of like my first goal, is to get like a 70% on a test. And then my long-term goal is to get to Grand Prix. That's what both horses are that's why the reason why I have them is to be able to compete at Grand Prix, which is the highest level for the sport. And it's the most difficult. But you gotta have goals, right? You gotta shoot for the stars, and then hopefully you'll get there, or you get close. So anyway, that's kind of what we're doing here. It's just me. My husband is a non-horsey, but he helps me, and he helps take care of Duende when I'm not here, when I'm off at a show. And but yeah, it's a lot of work, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the horses. So, and I know how fortunate I am. I still work. I work full time. So that's why I can't ride in the morning. I ride in the afternoon when it's hot, because I work all day. It's a trade-off, but my work pays for my horses. So, and my horses are very important to me. And, you know, they don't want for anything. Let's put it that way. They do not have any wants. So, but yeah, I'm glad you guys have joined me. Thanks for checking in. And, I appreciate Gary subscribing to the channel, and I hope those of you that see this video will also consider subscribing to the channel. And make sure you go through and you look at some of my other videos. There's a lot of stuff that's interesting. My donkey videos are hilarious. So if you really want a good laugh, check out my donkey videos. Some of them have 37,000 views. I know it's not viral, but they're pretty silly. So you might want to check those out because the donkeys are hilarious. And I'm going to let you guys go, and I appreciate you coming. Don't forget the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, hey, all in one. Thanks for coming. Hello. And yeah, subscribe to the channel. Help us out. And see you next time. Bye. Thank you.